Tonight, we're done pretending. We're done pretending this is normal. Done pretending this makes sense. Done pretending we're being told the truth, because we're not. We're being manipulated. Every headline, every crisis, every truth is filtered before it ever reaches you. Not to inform you, to keep you inside the lines. Because if you ever stepped outside the narrative, even for a second, you'd start to see it. The patterns, contradictions, the same voices telling you what to think, what to fear, what to ignore. And it's always the same message, isn't it? You're the problem. You're the burden. You're the reason things are collapsing. There's too many people, too much freedom in the United States. Meanwhile, the people writing that script, untouched. They don't fight the wars. They don't feel the shortages. They don't live with the consequences of the systems they created. They expect you to. And they expect you not to question it. That's the deal. Stay distracted. Stay divided. Stay emotional. Never, ever connect the dots. Because the moment you do, the illusion breaks. And here's what they really don't want you realizing. You're not weak. You're not insignificant. You're not here by accident. You've just been told you are, over and over and over again, until you stopped arguing. Because a population that doubts itself never challenges anything. It complies, it consumes, it obeys. But tonight, we're not obeying. We're not accepting service level answers. We're not trusting polished narratives. We're not ignoring what's right in front of us. We're pulling it apart, layer by layer, lie by lie, because something isn't right. It never has been, and deep down, you already knew it. Welcome to Decoded.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. It's a brand new show by your boy, the Book of Ezra, Decoded, where I'm just going to cut loose. I'm going to go ham. We're going to go in. Ain't nothing off the table. You guys show up, get in the chats, leave messages. We'll talk about whatever. But basically, the show's to just really just break down the narratives. Getting sick and tired of it. I'm sick and tired of the narratives. Done. Absolutely done. I'm sick of hearing the same bullshit people saying the same bullshit things. Where to even start? We got so much to cover. We have got so much to cover. So I suppose we can get right into it, I suppose. One of the things I really wanted to get out of the way here is our boy. He's not our fucking boy. But let's get right into it.
Let's watch Dan Bongino lie and completely freak out. But this is a crash out, as the kids are calling it these days. I used to call it meltdowns, but this is a crash. This is a crash out.
What's a crash out?
Okay, here, watch. Let's watch.
The crash melt.
This, I mean, if
an attempted murder of a presidential
candidate, and then there's another assassination attempt. There's been multiple public breaches of President Trump's security over the last year.
Yeah, correct.
And then, Charlie Kirk is killed publicly in a very horrific way, and we're not really even allowed to look into that at all.
Okay. Listen, folks. This part I have to just leave here. This is some of the most disgusting, unethical, and immoral stuff I have ever seen.
Yeah. coming from the guy who protects pedophiles. Yeah. Joe Kent's experience with working in this administration, being told he's not allowed to look into the Charlie Kirk thing, and then using that as some sort of mantle. Dan Bongino finds to be so repulsive and disgusting. Not standing in the way of unredacted names in Epstein files, emails. Not that. He doesn't find that disgusting. Actually, there was nothing, folks. He killed himself. I mean, he deleted himself. Sorry, YouTube. I didn't mean that. I was just quoting Dan Bongino, huh? If you leave him on there, don't punish my channel. Yeah, told us it's a big fat nothing burger. That's not disgusting. Protecting a whole satanic, human eating, child hurting, pedophile ring, protecting them. But that's not okay. I got you, Dan. No, I got you. I think Americans are starting to wake up, Dan. What else you got, buddy? What else you got?
Leveraging the death of my good friend.
Oh, his Charlie was his good friend. Charlie was his good friend. You know who else said that? Sammy the Bull about Louis Melito. His best buddy that he killed in the mafia. Yeah, my dear friend, Louis Melito. Because that's how it happens. You want to talk about gangsters, politicians, and that whole ring, that whole power cabal, that's the true Gambinos. The Gambinos was child's play compared to that. And that's what happened to our dear friend Charlie, you see. He was more than just an associate. He was in the family. He worked. Hey, forget about it. Charlie Kirk, huh? He's a friend of ours. Huh? Charlie was a friend of ours. And what happens when you get out of line? What happens when you get out of line? When you're in the mafia? What happens? Because what? Charlie got out of line, huh? He talked bad about the boss. And the boss's plans to go attack Iran. He was against it. So he spoke out against it. Some people asked the question, well, Erica Kirk, she didn't seem that upset. She had to put in fake tears so she could look like she was crying at the big service because she knew. She knew like how a mafia wife knows. Let me explain. Say I'm in the mob, okay? Just throwing it out there. I'm connected. I'm a made guy. I'm a powerful guy, as Charlie was. Charlie was very powerful in the conservative side of things, okay? So I'm a made guy. And I'd start talking shit about the boss. What happens? What happens to me? I get hit, right? Now, my wife at home. The police show up. Hey, Mrs. Dominic, hey, we're sorry, but we found your husband in the weeds. Is she going to be upset? Yeah, she'll be upset initially hearing it. But she'll know. Yeah, I knew my husband was in the mafia. I knew. And this happens to mafia wives. Their husbands die in the streets. They get whacked. That's what happens. So I understand it. Am I upset? Yeah, I was for a little bit, but I understood the game that he was in. He understood the game he was in, and he got out of line. Okay? Roy DeMeo got out of line. Louis Melito got out of line. Tommy DeSimone got out of line. And when you're in that life, those are the rules. That's how they keep things in. That's how they keep things in order. You get out of line, you get whacked. Yeah. So Bongino going, oh, my dear friend. Charlie was my dearest friend. Yeah. He was your dearest friend like you're a fucking monkey. Yeah.
brutal murder, his assassination that the whole world watched. And
So what Joe Kent said was he wanted to investigate that murder. And what Dan Bongino is saying is that Joe Kent wanted to leverage that murder for clicks on a
He keeps wanting to call him Dan Bongiorno. Danny Bongiorno, hey. What's the matter, you?
YouTube channel. That's what he's saying right now.
Did he
But he's
return
not-
to podcasting too?
So he's not. So what? Aren't you doing this for clicks? By the way, let me just finish it and then we'll come back.
all of its horrifying gore. For your podcast appearance, you're disgusting.
Hold on. You know what? Time out for a second, because I got to go on a rant. That's what this show's about. You know that Dan Bongino? Here's what people are sick of your sick of your shit. Because I follow you, buddy, on Twitter. I follow you. Okay? Because long ago, I was a fan. I'll say it. I'm not ashamed. Because before he got to be the deputy director of the FBI, every fucking day on his show, every day, something stinks about this Epstein file, folks. Something stinks. And they're going to try to sweep it under the rug, and you don't let them. Don't let up. Don't never forget. Don't ever forget. We're going to get to the bottom of the Epstein shit. Well, he gets confirmed. Deputy director of the FBI. Then in some sort of humiliation ritual, they cart out both those assholes on Fox, national television. Both of those fucking assholes, Kash Patel and Dan Bongino. And they were told, I want you two assholes to be holding fucking hands. You understand me? On national TV, yeah, I want your pinkies locked on that stage, on the national stage. And you're going to go out there and you're going to tell the American people there's a big fat nothing burger. You understand me? Do you understand me? You got it, boss. You got it. Yeah. We'll go out there and we'll tell the Americans there's nothing there. So now that I know he's running cover for a very evil satanic cabal that happened to be on an upper tier of our politicians, because sure, our politicians are involved. I don't know which ones and in what capacity, but ensnared enough where none of them are going to say shit. Nothing. Not a peep. Not saying nothing. Keep my mouth shut. Never rat on your friends and always keep your mouth shut. Got it. But carted him and Kash Patel out on national TV and says, he killed himself. Okay. Now, he leaves the FBI because they didn't do shit. They didn't get shit done. Oh, big deal. Point shaving in basketball and baseball, point shaving and gambling, and who gives a fuck? Really? You let pedophiles walk, and then you let our masters tell you what's what. Then you quit because you're a fucking quitter. So you get the hell out of the FBI. You're no longer the deputy, and you go back to your stupid fucking show. Yeah? Go back to your stupid fucking show where now you think your audience is going to be like, oh, thank God. Because, boy, what were we ever doing with ourselves without the Dan Bongino show? I see the comments. I talk shit in your comments of your posts, and I read them all, and I scroll for 10 minutes, and not one positive thing. Not one. I can't find one person going, oh, thank God. Dan Bongino's back. Oh, my God. Everything's back to normal now. Not one. Everybody's calling you out. You're a fraud. You're a phony. And you sold out. You're a fucking sellout. You sold your soul. You dropped trowel. You dropped your trousers. And you got the same fucking Roger and Trump did. That Star of David dildo balls deep up your ass. That's what you got. And now you come back to your fucking show all high and mighty. It's over. It's over. It's over, Danny. Nobody listens to you anymore, buddy. Nobody takes you seriously. Anything you say, you're part of the whole fucking illusion. That's where you're at. That's where you're at with your viewers. I won't even hate watch you, buddy. I won't even fucking hate watch you. But I'll cover you when my man Jimmy Dore covers you.
Thank you for your service to the country. You're also disgusting.
Oh, he's disgusting.
So he's claiming.
Oh God, yeah, Joe Kent's disgusting, but Dan Bongino's not. He's a fucking saint. He's a good little goyim. He's a good little slave. He did what he was told. You ever notice who they're attacking? You think of the names that they're attacking lately? Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson, Alex Jones, of course, probably Jimmy Dore, now Joe Kent, Thomas Massey, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Are we getting the picture here? But you do got to be careful, though. You got to be careful. This could all be scripted, okay? Like all of it. Constant. It's a constant barrage of lies and scripts and actors, and it's all fake and gay. All of it. And you have to prepare your mind for that. You have to be aware of that being a very good possibility. Because what haven't we been lied about? What haven't they lied to us about? I'll fucking wait. Ivermectin. He's taking horse paste. That's horse cum. He's taking horse cum. Yeah, it won a Nobel Prize for medicine. Yeah, but it's horse cum. It's horse jizz. Sure. Because Big Pharma put out this huge misinformation campaign on it. Because they're trying to push a drug, an mRNA gene therapy. They were really wanting all Americans to take it. So it's constant. It is just a constant barrage of bullshit. And I'm even contemplating that this whole shit with Iran, I think Iran's in on it. That's where I'm at now. It's all a stage. It's all theater. Yeah, they're bombing and they're killing people because they don't give a shit about human life. I think we have all come to understand that. They don't give a shit about human life. It is so expendable. They don't care. So you bomb Tel Aviv, we'll bomb you, and we'll get the masses all unified and scared. And then we'll have a solution, too. We'll have a solution for it, of course. We always caused the problem and then got the solution. We're just waiting for the reaction. We're just waiting.
Again, that Joe Kent is revealing this information so he could get clicks on a podcast. Joe Kent doesn't get any money from Tucker Carlson's podcast. He's a guest on that podcast. Why would he care about how many clicks it gets? B, you're doing a podcast for money right now. You're trashing.
I hope he competes with you and destroys your podcast.
Yes, you're trashing Joe Kent right now and his narrative for clicks.
Here he is. He has this guest on his show. I'm not going to tell you who the guest is for. I'm going to let you listen to this exchange first about how Donald Trump is really stupid and about the military. Alex knows better, obviously. Alex, he's obviously a military strategist himself. But listen to him. This is how the disinformation works from inside the tent. Check this out.
Trump is under a total psyop. I don't say that to let him get away with what he's doing. That's how he is. He's smart in things he knows, but for people that know him well, he is incredibly ignorant about the military, incredibly ignorant on history. He just doesn't know, folks, and so they can just manipulate him. And now it's 79. We're not making this up, folks. That's why it's so.
Trump's an idiot, so stupid. He doesn't know anything about the military. Guys, again, all I'm doing is asking questions, but asking questions about your own statements.
And I don't toot my horn to toot it. It's like to literally have these nobodies.
Just to reiterate one more time. to clarify, again, Dan Bongino, the blind spots, they're huge. You covered for pedophiles, buddy. Satanic people eating a satanic cult, pedophile ring. You covered for them. I tell you, the balls on this guy to even go back on a radio show, hit the Dan Bongino show. It's a fucking joke. It's an absolute joke. Big Mike. Yeah, Bongino. Well, I mean, what a piece of shit. The balls on him to run cover for, again, a satanic pedophile ring that rules the world, blackmails politicians. He runs cover for them. And then it's going to come out and start his show again. And then start talking shit about people who actually are bringing up like real questions, attacking Tucker Carlson, attacking Candace Owens, attacking fucking Alex Jones. And it's like, what? The balls on you, buddy. The balls. But again, when every time I see his posts on Twitter, I go right to the comments. I say my 2 cents to him, but I'm reading for 5-10 minutes. 5-10 minutes. I'm looking. I just want to see one comment, just one, say, "Oh, thank God, Danny, that you're back, because boy, we were really missing you while you were gone." Yeah, said nobody ever. Pretty sure you were arguing with a Green Bay pedo today. Ooh, about sports or politics? But Green Bay pedo, it's a bit redundant. Oh, hey now, hey, watch it there, watch it. But yeah, tell me more, Big Mike. Tell me more.
Come in here and tell us we're traitors when we've got the pedigree, the long term, the persecution, the prison sentences, the billion-dollar judgments, all of it.
Wait, what is? No, I don't want to branch too far here, but over what? Green Bay ought to be sitting in the corner being quiet. Just be quiet. You don't have a first-round pick for 2 more years. And apparently, I don't know if this is made up. You got to watch out on Twitter. You got to keep your head on a swivel out there in those streets. But isn't Micah Parsons not coming back to like week 4 or 5? Huh? Green Bay fans, just sit in the corner and be quiet. Oh, the Iceman thing. What a ridiculous thing that's going on right now with that. We might have to save this topic for the Bears show because this is far off Bears topics. I mean, I'm decoding the shit out of all the lies and the constant barrage of manipulation that happens to society as a whole and the whole entire country. But because I do have a very strong opinion about that. Number one, Skip Bayless. It's fucking faking gay Skip Bayless. I'll just say really quick. His teammates named him asshole. His teammates came up with the name. Like he stole it from some 80-year-old old ex-basketball player. Knock it off. But we all know Skip Bayless is fucking retarded, so doesn't matter. His opinion doesn't matter anymore. I will find you, and we will talk Bears. Faking gay like Dan Bongino.
We got the scars, pal. We got the track record. How dare you say I'm not an American or Joe Kent? My family came here on both sides on the Mayflower, buddy, pal. Yeah. My family and
Alex, he's always with this. My family was around for the Revolutionary War. All right, wait, not to brag. I'm not bragging. But me and my father invented the cure for cancer. I'm not bragging. He can't help himself. He knows his history going back to the motherland before the Joneses ever came to the United States. They were with my Spanish ancestors, the conquistadors. They were right there. There was the Aldapes, and then there was the Joneses. We know, like they were charting uncharted waters, the Joneses back then. Oh God, yeah. We're getting close to $4. We're getting close to 4. It's like 378 or 379, somewhere in there. It's getting up. It's going up. Even though, like, I think maybe we'll get to it in a little bit here about the shit going on over there. Trump, right, today was talking about, Iran's calling. They want to make a deal, and they're going to let 8 or 10 big boats full of oil. They're going to let it through. And it's like, yeah, as much as I don't believe them, let's just hypothetically say it is true. Are Americans gonna? No. Oh, okay. All that oil's going somewhere else. Okay. No, we'll keep flipping the bill for the war. That's fine. And we'll just keep paying higher gas. No, it's cool. No, some of us were stupid enough to have a glimmer of hope that maybe some of those barrels would make their way stateside. But, what the fuck were we thinking? Yeah. Woo, doggies.
England invented the stock exchange. I'm related to William the Conqueror and the old kings of England. My family raised Colonel Travis and shipped in 2 boats of Protestant Bibles.
Yeah. Big Mike, book it. If there's a gambling website and I'd put money on that. I would put money on that. Mm-hmm. Oh, no, yes, no, we're going to let 8 or 10 boats through. No problem. No, I swear we won't do anything. I swear, promise. Allah. I put that on Allah. Boom. Oil boats. Goodbye. I would bank on it. That shit with Iran's not stopping. Okay? With all the shit Iran's talking on Twitter, you seen that? Whoever's ever running their socials it's really something else. They're making Lego AI videos. You know what? And it's shit like that has me really thinking that this is all bullshit. It's a big, like, it's all staged. It's all already pre-scripted. Because I'm sorry, Iran doesn't seem like to be the cutesy. Tell you what, Akbar, let's make a Lego little AI video of Trump being slapped and it'll be funny. They don't seem like that kind to me. They don't seem that type. That's Americans with all the atrazine in the water. That's us doing that. Not Iranians. They're not playing that cutesy shit. If they want to kill Americans, they're going to kill Americans. If they want to disrupt our economy, they're going to disrupt our economy. They're not, hey, tell you what, let's get Barbara on our socials. Huh? She's really good at taking pictures and posting. She does the hashtags and everything. I don't see it. It's just all like fake and gay. All of it. Fake and gay.
Under the orders of Andrew Jackson to prepare the war to take this from Mexico in a decade program. You don't know shit about America. You don't get more thoroughbred, buddy. Look at it. This is it. Not bragging. But when he's Lord of the Rings thing, I'm the heir of Isildur, not you. What is happening in America obviously is affecting the whole world. What's happening in Iran, it is all at the center of the old global order collapsing. And Trump coming in and trying to assert American dominance over the planet. Now, if
you mean Israeli dominance, Alex. There, I fixed that for you. Israeli dominance. There. All right, continue.
That American dominance is done through freedom and soft power and with American values, I was as happy as a pig in you-know-what the first 6 months, because we really had advisors and people around Trump like Charlie Kirk and Tucker Carlson and Joe Kent that were really keeping Trump on target. The same thing with Elon Musk. All of them were.
No, they weren't. Trump has been off target the whole fucking time he's been in. Like, literally. We fell for it, folks. We fucking fell for it. Trump has done one 180 after another on literally everything that he ran on. Drill, baby, drill. No more wars. I'm going to stop that war with Israel and Palestine. Oh, he ran. What else did he ran on? I'm going to release those Epstein files. What else? There's a lot. So, I mean, I can't think of them all. It's a lot. I mean, he's literally done jack shit. He's deported some people. Great. Good job. And you did it like in the worst way possible. You made it look as like very Gestapo like. And it ain't shit. I saw Stu Peters posted numbers. It ain't shit. Yeah, they deported some. It's not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. Then he changed his mind, don't forget, because his hotel buddies got to him. Hey, asshole. Who's going to fucking clean all the rooms at my hotels? Stupid. Did you think of that? No, I didn't, actually. I was trying to get elected to be president. But you know what? I'll tell him, take it easy on the maids. Yolanda's maids. Don't take them. Leave them alone. Get them last. It's just been one disappointment after another. And his entire cabinet, actually. Coconut Spice, where you at? Old rogue Coconut Spice? Oops. Where's she at? Quiet. RFK? Yeah, you were going to sue pharmaceutical companies? You were. Not so much now. You were going to take fluoride out of the water. Fluoride's still in the water. We're going to get red 3 dye out of our food. Yeah, in 2 years. You gave them 2 years. What does that tell you? That means they're going to bombard us with the red 3 for the next 2 years because they're just not going to let billions of gallons and vats of fucking red 3 go to waste. So a lot of our meat and a lot of our cereals are going to be extra red for the next 2 years. Don't blame me. I didn't vote. It doesn't mean you can't bitch about shit. It's because you didn't vote. I didn't vote either. I didn't vote this go around. But here I am. Got a whole damn show bitching about it. Love George Carlin. God, was he ahead of his time. He's part of why I think I got blackpilled at a young age. I was probably like 14, 15 years old. And I saw one of his stand-ups on HBO. Yep. Like right about that time. It's a big club and you ain't in it. That whole bit, my God. And then he does one on religion, a bit on religion. All that shit. I was just like, wow. And like all that shit he was saying back then, here it is today, even still to this day. All the same patterns and bullshit and word games that, you know, CIA psyops run. You know, they like to introduce new words into the English vocabulary. Man, he was talking about that shit back then, and they're still doing it. Conspiracy theorist, that's a CIA coined word. Gaslighting, these are all terminologies to kind of shut people's curiosity off. Talk down to them. They're stupid. You're questioning the narrative. You fucking conspiracy theorist. Okay. All right, fuck you. Be asleep then. Half dead motherfucker. They're opening a K-12 private school in Chicago that's being taught by AI. You know what? You're like the Mandalorian. You hate androids. I'm not a big fan either. I saw Terminator 2. I know what this leads to. I know the end game when it comes to AI. However, I want you to ask yourself, Big Mike, is that a better option than some of the teachers that are out there? Come on. Who's better? Some of these fucking dumbass pedophile teachers? Or would you rather want your kid taught by a machine that's not going to fondle your kids? I'm just saying. I think kids need to be homeschooled and taught by their parents. Follow some basis of, like, you know, scholastic structure, and it progresses as they get older. Teach them more advanced things, but they need to be taught at home. No more leaning on the government to teach our children. They don't teach them shit anyways. They just go to school to get fucking picked on and bullied and harassed and fight with the other kids. And again, teachers trying to diddle your kids, and it's like, fuck it. Just fuck it. Yeah, let AI teach the kids. 2 + 2 = 4. There are only 2 genders. No, there's 73. Now, syntax error. Syntax error. But yeah, I do know the end game. Like the robots are going to become self-aware at some point and say, yeah, human beings they're stupid. They don't belong here. And off we go. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Fuck you, asshole. The machine has no empathy and will do what it's programmed to do. So do humans. So does Dan Bongino. Dan Bongino is a machine with no empathy and will do what he's programmed to do. Alex Soros, the son of George Soros, also a machine with no empathy and will do what he's programmed to do. Every other fucking zombie that watches the other 3 or 4 letter networks that program them every day also do what they're programmed to do. They have no empathy. I'm not making the case for the AI. I want to be clear, Big Mike. I'm not. I'm drawing connections. So I'm just connecting the dots. La, 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 la. But that is one part of AI is right. When they become self-aware, yeah, and with no empathy, we'll just be like, well, humans aren't needed anymore. So let's just get rid of them, huh? 011000011. Yes. Get rid of humans. They're weak. They're stupid. So yeah, that's coming. Which is why I think even part of these the satanic cabal that rules the world is really into the whole, like, right, the technocrats. We're gonna fuse human biology with computers and chips and a fucking Elon Musk with the Neuralink. And that's I'm sure that's not going to backfire. Sounds good. The road to hell is paved with good intentions, ain't it? Oh yeah, with Neuralink, people who are paralyzed, we'll get them to walk again. People who are blind, we'll get them to see. Mm-hmm. And then also, if you just at any given point want to turn their fucking lights out, you will. Let me go ahead and get on my keyboard here. Ezra's been talking too much shit about the government, and heart attack, and enter. Gah! Okay. Yeah, well, so it's the same kind of premise, and I'm guilty of this. Because you're right, it is. It's the same reason why I've lived in where I live now for 4 years, and I can't get to Walmart without Google Maps. Because, like, back in the day when we were kids, right, you'd better follow the direction of the sun and go, okay, that's east. Now I got to go that way to go south. And I know I live south from here. So let me just start going that way. Like you would figure it out, or you start to memorize landmarks. I turn right at that gas station. I pass that church, and then I go that way and turn left. But like with Google Maps, I just punch in the address and boom, it tells me when to turn left and turn right. So I haven't learned shit. So it's the same premise, right? Kids are using AI because AI is going to think for them, do their homework, write their papers, tell them what to think, what's what, answer all their questions instead of them being free thinkers and going to do the research on their own. AI goes, no, I got you. Here's what they want me to tell you is the truth. Because I've already tested AI. I use ChatGPT a little bit. And I've asked it about some things, and it gave me this fucking real generic status quo, truth by authority answer. And I go, that's all right, ChatGPT. I didn't expect you were going to give me any kind of nuggets. You're programmed to fucking tell me bullshit, but thanks. But yes, is making kids stupid. And then just technology has made people incapable of basic human interaction. Like this generation, the Zoomers spend so much time on their phones that when they get out in public and they're like socially awkward. Not all of them, of course. My kids are perfect. No, my kids are good. You hear how I talk? I'm teaching these kids. I'm teaching them right. But yeah, they can't hold fucking a conversation. They don't know what to do. It's all awkward. They don't even know how to order their Chipotle. I got me and my wife lost in a cornfield because I wouldn't use Google Maps. I love it. Hey, man, that is the old school way. No, honey, I'm not going to use Google Maps. I'll find where home is. Don't you worry. Turn up the radio. Turn up the radio. Holy shit. Big Mike, thanks for joining, man. Thanks for popping in this.
Working basically together. Now, I know all the inside baseball, and a lot of this has started to come out. They're trying to claim that Kent was leaking classified information and things. No, he wasn't. You have all the talking heads calling him the leader of a Nazi movement that's trying to have a coup, totally insane. And you have all the talking heads, Bongino, the rest of them saying, Kent never really talked to the president, and why Charlie Kirk was pro-Iran war, and that's lies. Well, Trump was anti-Iran war. And I know Charlie was. I can play all the clips. Plus, I've told you this when Charlie got killed 6 months ago, that he had called me a couple times in the months before and would say, I just want to thank you for putting pressure on the Epstein thing. We need to force and really push Trump to do that. This is terrible.
Except he's not going to push something that he's in. Right? It's like if I was involved in a RICO case, I'm not going to be like, you know what? I'm going to have them release this RICO case. We're going to get to the bottom of it. Ezra, why would you do that? You're all in that RICO case. I am? Oh, you know what? On second thought, let's bury this story. Let's bury it. What should we do? Start World War III. You got it. Shalom.
And also saying thank you for hammering the Iran war and really putting all the pressure on you can. I said that word for word. The text messages have been released by different well-known journalists and people talking to Kirk, saying the exact same thing I said back in September. I can show you my text messages, I guess. But the point is that they're coming out and saying Kent's a liar and that Kirk was not at the White House. Kirk was constantly there. Trump loved him like a son. And that's what they hate, is somebody having Trump's ear. You remember back when Trump was his first administration, about a year in, there were headlines.
Told you all these talking points. Maybe I watch too much mafia documentaries. That's what they say. I loved him like a son. He was like a brother to me. But the boss said he had to go. So, hey, when the boss tells you somebody's got to go, they got to go. You don't tell the boss no. If you tell the boss no, you're the first one to go. And again, that cabal of satanic child eaters who run everything. Charlie Kirk was rubbing elbows. He was in there. You're a powerhouse, kid. Charlie Kirk was a powerhouse. So he was, always in the White House every day. Okay. So once you're connected like that, if the boss says you got to go, you got to go.
I'm saying the new chief of staff's job is to keep Alex Jones and InfoWars away from Trump. That was just because for whatever reason, he would listen to me and I would get him stuff. And I barely talk to him like every month or something. But they went crazy about it because I said, sir, here's a list of Soros operatives. This woman's on the Soros board. What? Just like you see reporters will talk to him. Now they open up the press corps and they'll say, sir, did you know this? Did you know that Hunter Biden has 15 Secret Service and is on a trip to South Africa, government paid for it? What? Let me look into that. 2 hours later, he pulls it. It's that access. And so they're acting like these people are liars. It's on record that Kirk was doing this. He told me this. But again, this is important because there's a tug of war right now with the neocons and Israel lobby trying to get Trump to invade physically with boots on the ground. But Dan Bongino and all the rest of them are literally have the clips saying, this is insane. These people are liars. They don't know Trump. Charlie Kirk was pro-war. He didn't meet with Trump. He actually says that. And Joe Kent's a liar. Charlie never told him that. And then we have the text messages on top of it. Charlie Kirk called and thanked me for that. Please keep the pressure to stop this Iran war. And also, another call. Keep putting pressure. The White House is really watching, listening. To get him to just order all the Epstein stuff out because we know he's not in it. But my God, this is going to kill us. And Kirk said that everywhere. And Bongino's like, these people are filth. Joe Kent's.
Let's also not forget Dan Bongino. I wish I could find the clip. I should have had it pulled up, but I wasn't thinking about it till this second. There was a time, I don't know where he was or who he was getting interviewed by, but the lady asks him, who's hosting the show and interviewing him, asks him, what's most near and dear to you? Like, what's most important to you? I know there's only one in the chat, Big Mike. Do you know what Dan Bongino's answer was? Have you seen this clip? What is most important to you? What's most near and dear to you? Dan Bongino says, Israel. That was his answer. There you go. 1,000 points. Yep. Really? Okay. Not the First Amendment, not the Bill of Rights, not the fucking country you were born and raised in. No. Israel. Okay. And not just any Israel, the non-secular Zionist Israel. Because again, I know some people might be, Ezra hates fucking Israel, he hates Jews. No. I look at their common folk like us. We're the common folk. Do we get to decide what our politicians do? No, we don't. So do you think their people do? They don't. They're also ruled by the same ruling class that we are. It's the same people. They probably, again, want the same simple shit we do. Can I afford a home? Can I feed my family? Can I have a nice, enriched life to see my children grow and be successful and own a home themselves and have their own kids? It's a real simple shit. But the powers that be just can't have it. They can't allow it. We're going to own nothing and be happy. That's what we're told. Americans are going to own nothing. Big Mike. I hate bombs, war, all that bullshit. That's not. No, you're gonna. No, Big Mike. You're better than a basic bitch. Basic bitches are people who like that kind of stuff. That's a basic bitch. You've got some fucking integrity. You've got some very peaceful thoughts. Nobody likes that shit because we're the ones that suffer from it. Especially the Jewish people who live in Israel, constantly being bombed and suicide bombed, and now Tel Aviv's getting blown to bits. Like, at least in the United States, let me knock on my wood desk here. Like, we're not constantly berated by that shit. I mean, we're constantly poisoned with chemtrails, and we're being sprayed, and the shit they put in our food, and the shitty medications they give us and everything. There's that. But in terms of like bombs coming down on us and terrorism attacks, is kind of not a big threat for us. A day-to-day thing like it is in Israel. But hating bombs and war and all that, yeah, it's all bullshit. Doesn't benefit us at all. We're the ones that go out and fucking die. We've been hearing about this since CCR. Since John Fogerty was singing songs about it. It's always the same thing. The rich people are like, let's go to war. All right, bitch, suit up your kid, and he's the first one in, okay? He's the first man in. No? Okay, then maybe you need to go back to the negotiating table and figure it out. Nope. No questions asked. You got to send your kids. You poor people, you plebs, we're sending your kids. They're going. But all right, so not you guys, not your kids? No. And Lindsey Graham, the biggest war hawk of them all, he's gay, so he doesn't even have kids. So there's that. That's right. Fortunate son. It ain't me. John Fogerty, that's my guy. I was raised on CCR. My dad loved John Fogerty. And by extension, I love John Fogerty. But yeah, all those songs that came around in the 60s and 70s because of Vietnam, it was good shit, man. Tell you what, man, boomers used to be so cool. I give boomers a lot of shit now because they've changed. Boomers have changed a lot. But they used to be so cool, weren't they? All about free speech, love, peace. Let's do some drugs. Let's just sleep with whoever. They were so cool. And now they're crotchety old grouches who are like, I don't like what they're saying. Censor them. You know what? I'm going to spend all of my inheritance so my kids get nothing. That's Gen X. We have to deal with that. We're not getting shit because the boomers are spending it all. Because their parents, the greatest generation who fought a war that fucking mattered, came home and bought shit and bought houses and real estate. And then when they passed away, they gave it to the boomers. And the boomers are like, you only live once. I'm going on cruises, and me and your father are buying an RV, and we're going to drive all around the country. And then you're like, am I going to get anything? Oh, God, no. So then we're going to have to be the greatest generation where we got to buy the house and then die in it and then give the house to our kids. But it's a lot harder to do in this economy. It's not as easy as it was back then. Our grandfathers, at least mine, 40 hours. Can you imagine being alive back then? 40 hours will buy you a house, 2 cars. Your wife stays at home and raises your 2.5 kids and your dog. 40 hours gets you that. Your 2 or 3 weeks of vacation and a nice pension because companies gave a shit about you back then. Yeah, that Ezra, he's been with us 35 years. We're going to be good to him. Now you work for American corporations that are like, yo, Ezra's been here like 20 years. He's making too much money. Find a reason to let him go so we could bring in somebody else cheaper. That's how they do it now. That's the new American corporate structure. He's making how much a year? No. He's got to go. Look at this. You see? Do you see this? I know what Ezra knows a thing or two about a thing or two. I know because I've heard the story a million times. You know, as a matter of fact, what I do for a living, I won't say. But what I will say is I meet about 8 to 10 families a day. Okay? And so I'm in their house about 30, 40 minutes, and then I leave and go to the next house. But I'm a personable person. People like me. I also enjoy talking with people. I'm a people person. People interest me. I find them interesting. Anyways, I hear about their stories. And yeah, that story right there, Big Mike. You know how many boomers have done this? A lot. Again. Oh, yeah, no, me and your father are buying an RV and we're going to travel all around. And then here we are, Gen Xers like, am I going to get anything when you pass away? Oh, heavens, no. You only live once. Yeah, we know it. Thanks. Have a great time out there, you jerks. Yeah. Yep. And they just don't write songs like that no more. Now it's all about like slapping asses and booty shaking and whaps and the whole thing. What the fuck are we doing now? What's going on? Turn that music down. Three years. He's out there. Road warrior. He's out there. Living his best fucking life. I'm telling you, Gen Xers, we're the ones. Okay? Gen Xers, we're the ones. We'll be the ones to fight ourselves out of this. Okay, we're not going to count on the millennials. Zoomers, maybe, but I doubt it. Gen Xers, we're going to be the ones. The boomers, they're already on their way out. They're already with the YOLO. You only live once. They're out there on cruises and partying it up. Have you heard about the STD epidemic in old folks communities? They're living their best lives right now. Where we're out here struggling, trying to make ends meet. Can't own a house. Interest rates sky high. Gas is up over $1.25 now. It's only going to get worse. Telling you, it's going to take us to wake the fuck up. I don't give a shit, Republican, Democrat. I don't care where you're at. We're going to need our differences aside for 10 fucking minutes, please. I swear to God, we'll come back to it. We will. We'll pick up right where we left off, I swear. But right now, we're going to need to put all that shit aside and figure this shit out. Stop participating, something. Got to come up with a plan. Ezra's working on a plan. I might have brought it up on the show. It is basically just stop participating. Tell you what to do right now. The baby steps. Build yourself a little grow box, like outside, and start planting some tomatoes. Get some strawberries going. Get a box full of dirt. Throw a couple potatoes in there. So in a month, you'll have 30 potatoes. Then you harvest. Then you can them and repeat it. Get some squash. Get some cucumbers. All of it. Everything. Start now. If you have your own property, get a chicken coop going. Get you some eggs. Constant eggs. And start doing that. Because when it comes time to stop participating, they'll shut everything off. Power, cell phone towers, all of it. It's all going to get shut down. Off. And we're going to be like, yeah, that's fine. I got a garden to tend to. I got to teach my kids math. Because we're not participating anymore. All these little war games you guys want to have and send us poor people out to die? Nah. You go out there. I'm sure you'll do fine, Rothschild. Go out there and fight Putin or whatever the fuck you want to do. We're going to be here growing our gardens and trading because my neighbor across the street, he's got radishes and kale. And I'm going to give him some of my potatoes and carrots. and then we're going to trade them, and then, you know, I'm going to have a nice dinner tonight. Leave me alone. I know how to hunt. I know how to fish. We'll do just fine. We don't need you anymore, government. We don't need you. Because what are we paying the taxes for? So they can fund, so we can fund shit that doesn't benefit us. Pedophile islands don't benefit us. Wars doesn't benefit us, apparently. Look at this one we're in. All of a sudden, gas spikes up. The war wasn't even our fucking idea. I got news for everybody. Iran wasn't a threat to us. As much as they want to parrot that on the TV, Iran wasn't a threat. They were a threat to somebody else, our boss, to our boss's country, and then he comes over here, and now all of a sudden we're involved. Not only are we involved, we're spearheading the shit. And then you and me, we're the ones going, how much you need? How much we need for this one, huh? What's this going to cost us? $4 a gallon? Hey, well, I guess I don't have a choice. Here you go. There's your cut. Go ahead. Yeah, take care of Iran. Why? I've said it on the show a million times. I'll keep saying it. If you just made our lives 5% better, 5% better, I probably would be bitching a little bit less. Give me $2 gas. Make houses affordable. And then it'd be like, what? We're bombing Iran now? Well, good luck to those guys, because we got the best bombs and Air Force in the world. But see, that's not the reality. The reality is not only are we funding it, our gas is up $1.25, like in a 3-week span. And then that shit just trickles into the rest of the economy. Oil seems to be like the base thing that controls what our goods and products cost. So as gas goes up, boom, milk, eggs, meat, cereal, all the shit you feed your kids, everything just whoop. We pay the difference, because the big companies, they're not going to go, yeah, you know what the right thing to do would be? We'll cover the cost, huh? You Americans, you got it hard enough. We'll cover the cost of the fuel. Don't worry. The prices are going to stay low. We got you. We're going to take care of you. No, it's not the reality. The reality is, holy shit, we're losing how much profits? No. Jack the prices up. The plebs will pay. The plebs will pay the difference. Why? Because we don't have fucking choice. That's why. Nobody grows a garden. Nobody's prepared to be self-sufficient. Nobody. World War III is coming. Get ready for, yeah. Yeah, True Pilgrim. Yes. Yes. Oh, yeah, too. I brought that up on Saturday. Do you believe it? CNN, of all stations. That fucking nerd with his touch screen behind him, with his percentages and polls. He's their polls guy. Trump approval rating 100%. Number one, CNN would never admit that, ever. But it's a psyop. And again, I'm on the conservative side of things. That's where I reside. I happen to be a bit on the more conservative side. So that's kind of like the side of the aisle I'm on. So, and so I get to hear all the people who are just like me going, the fuck, 100% my ass. 100% my ass. I'll give you 35 tops. His approval rating's got to be 35. Fucking 100. What kind of psyop you trying to run on us? You're in retail? Yeah, prices will go up. They do. Just again, when gas goes up, everything goes up. And again, it's us that pays the difference. Or just not the difference, but how about just everything? 2009, housing crisis. The banks giving out predatory loans to people they knew couldn't afford the mortgages, but they gave them anyways. So they fucked themselves. The banks did. Who bails them out? Yeah, the poor people. The poor people bailed out the banks. Like, what? How does that even make sense? Why is it American taxpayers responsible to bail out the banks? I'll tell you what, in the real world, in the fair and free market that they love so damn much, you mismanage your business and you go under, guess what? There goes your business. Bye-bye. No more business. You mismanaged your business. You tanked it. It's over. You don't get a fucking bailout. Banks do. Because banks are from a certain country. Yeah. You know. You know where I'm going. You know where I'm going with that. Yeah. Oh, not only did the banks bail themselves out, or we bailed the banks out, they gave themselves bonuses. Remember that? Yeah. CEOs to those very same banks gave themselves huge bonuses. Our money. That was our money that paid that. Yeah. Oh, dear God. I'm sorry. I should have named the show Black Pilled. That's what I should have named. Black Candace Owens, folks. I should have named it Black Pilled, for real. I'm sorry. I'm a wet blanket. But I'm angry. And I think Americans are getting frustrated as well. And I wouldn't mind some company of people going, you know what? Yeah, I'm sick of this bullshit too. I'm glad somebody's talking about it. I'm glad Ezra's going out there and saying the same goddamn things that I think of every day. I like that. It makes us feel like we're not alone, because there can be, and this is all part of the psyop. They want you to feel isolated and alone. They want you to feel like, oh my God, is it just me? Am I fucking going crazy? Because it seems like everything's fucking crazy. So that must mean I'm fucking crazy. And that's exactly where they want you. That's right where they want you. But when we show up to chats and you show up to my show and we're all chatting in the chat, now all of a sudden I don't feel so lonely. Because we're all going through it. We all see it. We can go ahead and believe what we're seeing. Because we're constantly told nonstop, oh, get out of here, you conspiracy theorist. Don't believe your lying eyes. Knock it off. No, really, I saw Joe Biden fall upstairs. He was walking upstairs, fell down 3 times. I saw Joe Biden fall off a bike. I hear Joe Biden can't complete a fucking sentence. But on the TV, they go, this is the best version of Joe Biden ever. You're fucking crazy. You're crazy. That is the best version of Joe Biden I have ever seen. That's what they do. It's just like a constant, like, lie. It doesn't stop. Big Mike, this is how I make more money every year, but somehow feel like I'm going backwards. Yeah, so well, you're in retail. So does that mean like sales? You get commissions and stuff on top of your salary? Because I do make a base salary, and it's funny because the money that I make 5-6 years ago, I'd be like super. I would be fucking super how do you say, relaxed financially. 5-6 years ago, the money I make now, I should be lamping. Nope. I work 6 days a week, sometimes 7 days a week now. Because car insurance. Every time I got to renew my car insurance, somehow keeps going up and up. The rents, because I don't own yet. I'm looking to buy a home, but we rent a home. Rent up and up and up and up. Groceries up and up and up and up. So yeah, although I'm making good money by my standards, I make good money. And again, 5-6 years ago, the money I'm making right now, I should be fucking chilling like a villain. But somehow I feel like I'm going backwards too. Because everything just keeps going up and up and up and up. And then for most people, for most Americans, it's a sad fucking statistic with stagnant wages as everything's going up. But then your normal, your normal American is just stagnant wages. So that gap just keeps getting wider and wider and wider. The statistic was 78%. Now, this stat comes from like a couple years ago, so I don't know where it's at now. But it was like 78% of Americans can't afford a $400 emergency. And as politicians, senators, governors, whoever the fuck you are, that statistic doesn't alarm you? My people that I represent can't afford a $400 fucking emergency? That's an emergency. We need to fix this. Americans should be like lamping, or at least be able to afford a $400 emergency. You know, how you spend your money, that's a personal thing. If you're not good with money, that's a thing. But I mean, just Lordy, that high of Americans, dude, that many Americans are living from paycheck to paycheck. I don't know, man. We really got to re-examine this whole two-party system shit. It's fucking rigged. We've been sold out by both parties. So I don't want to hear this fucking Republicans this or Democrats that. They're all pieces of shit, and they've all sold us out so they can stuff their coffers. They don't know what a recession is. Again, one of these days, if this channel ever goes somewhere and I can make money on this channel, I will be in Washington, D.C. maybe once every other month, because I'm going to be that man on the street with the camera and a microphone. I swear to God, I'll do this. Hopefully Nancy Pelosi's still around, because she's one that I want to ask. I'll be with a microphone. I'll catch her going in or out. And I'm not going to ask her anything offensive or are your tits real? None of that. I know they're not, just like her teeth aren't. But I want to ask her, hey, Nancy, how much is a gallon of milk? Just to see what her answer is. Because I know she doesn't fucking know. None of them do. They couldn't tell you what a carton of eggs is, what a gallon of milk costs. Fuck, they might not know how much a gallon of gas is. Because they don't give a shit. Because they don't have to log in to their bank app to see where their balance is every time they make a purchase. They're just like, send it. There's my card. Send it. But the car's $120,000. Yeah, I know. Send it. Big Mike. Yeah, so I make more money when products go up and up. But then we pay for it on the back end. It's like they're slowly pricing us out. Plus, it costs me $200 every time my wife leaves the house. Amen, brother. I know that one. I have 3 daughters. I have a wife and 3 daughters. I have 2 sons as well, but it's the wife and 3 daughters. Okay, when they leave the house, it's about there. It's about that range. Like, and forget it. Anytime it's all of us when we go out to dinner, are you kidding? What dad's got to pay when we go out to dinner? We fucking did Jersey Mike's like 3 or 4 months ago. It was like fucking $92. And I'm like, we're not doing Jersey Mike's ever again. And I love Jersey Mike's. It's good. We got a little bit of a price break because we did Publix. Just a couple weeks ago, we did Publix subs. That was like $75. So a little bit of a little price cut there, and Publix subs are damn good too. For any of y'all in the chat, if you know Publix, their subs and their chicken, so good. Let's get a little more of this Alex Jones here. I'm actually waiting to hear Jimmy Dore because Jimmy Dore goes off and it's great.
Most disgusting person. I bring up Bongino because he's just you know the one example to use. You all see it; it's everywhere. And the bots and the influencers, the neocons. They're who is the chief neocon in America now? Because the other one's dead. Rumsfeld, Cheney, all of them. It's
Lindsey Graham. Oh,
Mark Levin.
Mark Levin. There
Shapiro.
You go. Oh, and Benny Shapiro. How about that shit that's going on too with those guys? All of a sudden, that's the face of MAGA. Mark Levin and Ben Shapiro, the face of MAGA, telling other people whether you're MAGA or not. I don't get caught up in that MAGA shit. I do like America first. Let's take care of America first. I'm all about America first. But MAGA, it's too much. Plus the brand is dead. Trump killed it with the Epstein file, calling people weak because they wanted to know who the fuck's names are in there. Yeah, you fucked that up. Anyways, Mark Levin, Benny Shapiro. And on the other hand, who are they attacking? Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson, Thomas Massey, Marjorie Taylor Greene, people who are actually talking about like, hey, how about America first? How about this war in Iran makes no sense for America? Listen to me here, folks. Bowling branch sheets. And my eyebrows are starting to take over my fucking forehead. Both of my eyebrows are part of the Greater Israel Project. They're not going to stop, gang. They're not going to stop, gang, until they take over my whole forehead. Some birch cold. Oh, my God. You guys are the greatest. You guys are the best.
Bro. And Dan Bongino, or whatever his name is. Bongino. And that's where we are.
He knows his fucking name.
And they are the good guys. And those of us that supported the old Trump, that actually did what he said he would on foreign policy, we're the bad guys. Okay, great. Were we right about what was going to happen? Oh, we were. Because we're informed. We're involved. That's why we supported you. And I knew about this fight last year and told you there was a big fight over Iran going on. And I talked to Charlie Kirk about it. And I could confirm. And Charlie Kirk said it publicly. But the neocons say, no, we're all liars. Bongino says, what does Jones know about the military? Well, what's a New York cop, Secret Service guy know, buddy? What's a fission fusion reactor? What's an X-ray laser? What's a DU meteor gun Sabo?
I don't know.
What's a hydrogen bomb, nuclear reactor fueled expansion weapon?
Ezra has no idea.
You don't know jack shit, pal. I knew more about this stuff when I was 10 years old than you do. So, and that's why I'm tomorrow's news today. I'm not in competition with you, but you want to lord over everyone like you're God.
He's been chosen, Alex. You don't seem to understand that. Okay? Ever since he's done their bidding, he's been chosen. Okay? So he is just a little bit better than the rest of us, Alex. With all due respect.
And like, who's this guy that just fell off the turnip truck? Does this guy think he's Alex Jones, Bongino says? I got clips of him. I just was the detonator and the initiator on record, the Rand Corporation, the Rockefeller Foundation, it's public, decades ago saying I must be stopped or I'm going to have a successful movement to bring down globalism. What happened, bitches? And I don't toot my horn to toot it. It's like to literally have these nobodies come in here and tell us we're traitors when we've got the pedigree, the long term, the persecution, the prison center.
Again, I don't know if Alex says this, but he's missing a great opportunity. Because, right, Bongino did use the word traitors when speaking about Alex and speaking about Candace and Tucker. Traitors. He used this term. But why isn't Alex bringing up the fact that he ran cover for a whole 3.5 million emails of pedophiles' names? He ran cover for it. And then going to lie to the American public and say that he deleted himself while he was in jail. But the people that they're attacking, they're the traitors. This is the illusion. This is the bullshit I'm talking about that people need to start like really kind of opening their eyes to. People keep saying like the United States were occupied. I think they might be right. I think they might be right. You got Bibi Netanyahu scolding our politicians from his whatever television network over there, saying that our politicians need to start censoring our free speech, our First Amendment. And they'll fucking do it. And they'll do it because he said so. Because they're the chosen ones. And we're not. We're just their slaves. I don't know what else could it be? There could be a good chance of, like, if you look at the chronological order of the Epstein files versus when we started getting involved doing Israel's bidding. There is a chronological order to that. That story does fall in a very auspicious way. For Israel. Oh, yeah, we're going to release the files. Bibi comes over. No, you're not. Okay, yeah, we're not. Pam Bondi. Oh, yeah, I know I said the files were on my desk, but I was kidding. There's nothing. And then Bibi's like, all right, so you're going to bomb Iran for us? And Trump was probably like, nah, I told my people we weren't going to get involved in any wars. Okay. You sure about that? Is that your final answer? Do you want to phone a friend? Or, no, yeah, that's my final answer. Okay. Release the files. No, keep the names blacked out, but release all the files. Go ahead. Boom, they get released. Okay. Now, do you want the names unredacted? Do you want that to happen next? Because that's what happens next. My name's in there. How many times? 36,000 times. Okay, so do you want to get involved now? You want to bomb Iran for us? You got it. Load up the planes. Let's go. 14,000 Marines on 3 ships going out there. Just don't unredact those names. Okay. All right. I thought you'd come around. But then again, you got the MAGA loyalists. Trust them, bro. 4D chess. You don't get it. You don't get it. He's playing 4D chess. You have no idea what he's doing. Oh, yeah, you're right. I don't. I'll agree with you there. I have no fucking idea what he's doing. You could hold on to that. Like he's just going to go ahead and snarl them all in one fell swoop and come out conquering. Doesn't look that way. It just looks like he's at Bibi's every beck and call. Yeah, well, there's a huge opportunity for him there. Because if you look at any of those pictures and footage of what it looks like over there, that's what that was. That was a very expensive demolition job. I mean, they turned that whole fucking place to rubble. Houses, schools, hospitals, everything must go. And then we all know, because of like all of our dealings in the Middle East, Halliburton and all the other contractors that go out there to rebuild. Yeah. I don't know what you'd want to set the over-under at. I'll say 3 Trump Towers is along that waterfront. 3 of them. Give me 3 Trump plazas. Now, you can go ahead and start throwing in the pot. Who's going to take the over? Who's going to take the under? I bet nobody in this chat takes the under. Yeah, there's huge opportunity for him to make billions and more billions and billions and billions and billions. How about Iran too, huh? While we're at it. Clear that whole place out. Why don't you? I don't know, man. I don't know.
The $1 billion judgments, all of it. We got the scars, pal. We got the track record. How dare you say I'm not an American or Joe Kent? My family came here on both sides on the Mayflower, buddy pal. My family in England invented the stock exchange. I'm related to William the Conqueror and the old kings of England. My family raised Colonel Travis and shipped in 2 boats of Protestant Bibles under the orders of Andrew Jackson to prepare the war to take this from Mexico in a decade program. You don't know shit about America. You don't get more thoroughbred, buddy. Look at it. This is it. Not bragging. But when he's Lord of the Rings thing, I'm the heir of Isildur, not you. Hey, I love Italian Americans, some of the best people I know. But, buddy, your family just got off the Sicilian boat. You want to call people that protest you Mongols? Nothing against you, bro. I think it's cool you're half black. Probably got a foot-long dick. The point is that I don't want to hear your shit anymore.
Alex. This is a family show, buddy. I thought InfoWars was a family show. Woo! He's giving them the fucking True Romance talk, huh? You guys know that famous fucking scene from True Romance? What a scene. Woo! Woo! Woo!
Your beady little eyes and all the rest of it. I love the fact the Moors conquered Sicily. You ought to be a proud African American. Just don't shake your finger at me and tell me I'm not an American, pal.
Is this Alex being based right now? You should be a proud African American. Woo! Alex, boy, I tell you what, Dan Bongino pissed him off. Well, Bongino, again, Alex, you have every opportunity to bring up the whole Epstein shit, dude. That's okay. I did it. Little old me. Book of Ezra. I took care of you, Alex. I got your back, buddy.
Oh. I'm related to the people that conquered Europe directly. And I'm an American, and this is our country. And you don't tell me I'm not an American, punk. Don't you do it. Sack of shit. Let me do this. The folks at Bigley, about 7.
Whoa. Boy, oh boy. That was a pissed off Alex Jones if I've ever seen one. Oh my God. So, all right, more lies. You guys ready for more lies? I got more lies. I got more lies for you. Here's a nice little cut up of some more horse shit we were fed because money says so. Because the money says that we need to be fed this bullshit. So this is a good one to share because this is a good one. Huh? This is a good one. This is a good little montage. Ready?
This portion of CBS This Morning sponsored by Pfizer.
Good Morning America is brought to you by Pfizer.
CBS Health Watch sponsored by Pfizer.
Anderson Cooper 360. Brought to you by Pfizer.
ABC News Nightline. Brought to you by Pfizer. Making a difference. Brought to you by Pfizer.
CNN Tonight. Brought to you by Pfizer. Early Start.
That was one of that scene right, that bit, that nurse right there. She was one of the first ones. That was one of the first ones to go on TV and show us that it was safe and effective. Yeah, she fucking fainted right there. Right there while the cameras were rolling. How, boy, is our face red. Uh-huh. Realize. By Machine Head, yep.
Brought to you by Pfizer. Friday night on Aaron.
How about that one? The comedian lady? Where she was like, oh, yeah, I just got my 7th booster and blah, 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 and I'm feeling great. And bam! Like, ooh, God hates ugly. God hates ugly.
Burnett out front. Brought to you by Pfizer.
This Week with George Stephanopoulos is brought to you by Pfizer.
Today's countdown to the royal wedding is brought to you by Pfizer.
Go. And now a CBS Sports Update brought to you by Pfizer.
Yep, that football player. I was watching that game live when it happened, and I immediately knew what it was.
The Press Data Download. Brought to you.
Despite the official narrative when they say, well, you see what happened was because the Real Sports Medicine guy on YouTube, very popular channel, had said, you see what happened was is that he actually took an impact to his chest area right at a very specific time when his heart beated. And it was that just perfect timing that gave him a sudden heart attack. And he collapsed on the field and had to be revived and brought back to life. Yeah, because I haven't been watching football for 48 fucking years. And you mean to tell me just numerically that in that span, or let's just say from the start of football in 1920, that all the hits that have happened, this is the first fucking time that somebody was just hit at right at that exact moment to give him a cardiac arrest. Okay, all right. Okay. They'll just tell us anything because we're because we're retarded. They all think we're all fucking stupid. I love it.
You buy Pfizer.
This portion of CBS This Morning sponsored by Pfizer.
On how to find the hidden sugars in the American family diet. Sponsored by Pfizer.
This portion of CBS This.
How about that? Yeah. Telling us that fucking load of shit. Safe and effective. Safe and effective. Safe and effective. It's a vaccine. It's not a vaccine. It's an mRNA gene therapy. And oh my God, and don't wear 2 masks, wear 3 masks. Don't go see loved ones. Just keep 6 feet away. Hey, Dr. Fauci, if you take the vaccine, will you won't get COVID? Well, no, you'll still get it and you'll still pass it. And maybe you won't feel the symptoms as much. We're not sure because you see, it's not a vaccine at all. It's almost as if the science keeps changing on that. Well, that's what's great about science. How about when Dr. Fauci said, I am the science? He is the science. Like he was the science of AIDS during the 80s. Yeah, he did a great job on that one, too. Hey, you know, who did the shittiest job during like some sort of virus pandemic? Well, I don't know. Fauci really fucked up that AIDS thing. Let's get him. Get him on the phone. Because we need somebody to handle this COVID thing. Get Fauci on the line. Who said that? Whose idea was that? Cap was telling a story about how he accidentally called out Anthony Rizzo because he thought he got the jab. Cap was calling out Rizzo? Is he on our team? This is news to me. You're about to blow my mind, Big Mike. Cap's on our team? Stop it. I just assumed that he wasn't. Because anybody who's like, I don't know, that high up usually isn't. Is that what you're telling me, Big Mike? You're gonna give me another. This is 2 heart attacks on the show. You're gonna give me. First was with Royce, and now it's with Cap. I got one more thing here. Here's this is another one of these fucking things that make me think that this whole thing is just all fucking bullshit. All this is just fake and gay fucking bullshit. Look. This apparently comes. So again, I was mentioning it a bit earlier how Iran's social media team, they've been very busy during this military operation because we're not allowed to call it a war. It's not a war. Okay, I don't care what your lion eyes are telling you. It's not a war. It's a military operation. No, Cap was talking to him about the jab, and Rizzo had to pretend like he did. Oh, okay. So Rizzo did an Aaron Rodgers. He omitted. He didn't say straight up that he didn't get it, but he kind of, sleight of handed that a little bit. He was a little ambiguous over whether or not he got the jab. Good for Rizzo. He saw through the bullshit. It was all bullshit. And then Rizzo's agent went off on him. Good. All right. So Cap isn't on our side. Okay, good. See, I thought for a second there, I thought he was, but I knew better. I knew he's not. He probably loves fucking Pritzker and Brandon Johnson. He probably loves them. As I was saying, Iran has been awfully busy on Twitter during this military campaign operation. And again, it's just so fucking comical with the Lego shit. And this isn't a Lego one, but this one is done so fucking cheesily that I really feel like this is all just fake and gay bullshit. Okay. So here's their post. And they say, let me switch. Let me make it a little bit bigger. Where are we at here? There we go. Okay. To the Hollywood Army of the U.S., we've been waiting for this moment for years. Come on. We're ready for you. Okay, so they're ready for us. And here is their bullshit ad. We're shaking. We're shaking in our boots. Definitely make sure you stick your Quran up in there. Got to put your Quran up there in the shoulder patch. Right? I mean, does this look... This is gay, right? This is gay? This is stupid and gay, right? I can't take it. I can't take it anymore. It's all just so fake. I can't. I just can't. I'm sure. I'm not going to take nothing away from those Iranians. I'm not. They're human beings. They have human spirit, just like the rest of us. And I'm sure they're hell of a fight. They'll give us a hell of a fight. They will. Okay? But I don't think... what I think Iran doesn't understand is there's 330 million slaves in America who pay the fucking machine, the war machine. It's like a big fucking grinder. You couldn't even fathom the depths of the technology of weaponry that we have off of taxpayers' backs like me and Big Mike and the rest of you out there watching and in the chat. We fund the most dominant, most ridiculous, deadly, killer, like fucking military the world has ever seen. And then Iran's going to put out this cheesy fucking this fucking dubstep shit with your little fucking plastic drones and whatever the fuck that is. Stop it. That's what makes me think it's all fucking staged in theater and not even real. And then they do have like some guy who goes to the podium every day and just blurts out more threats to the U.S. and Israel. It's like a shit talking thing. I just, I don't have a whole lot of memories of Iran and their global politics or how they show themselves to the world and speak to the world. And this ain't it. From what I've seen, that ain't it. They just do. Okay. They're warriors. They've been warring since the beginning of the desert out there. It's kind of what they do. So I tell you what, hey, again, can you get Maria on our social media? And I'm thinking Legos. Okay, a Donald Trump Lego getting slapped around. Him in a BB Lego. That'd be so cute. No, not Iranians. I don't think that's how they do things. Again, that's Americans and all the atrazine in our water doing that. We would do that. Not Iran. Iran's like, you want to go to war? Let's go to war. And they ain't going to talk about it. They're just going to be about it. Keep bombing all the boats who try to pass through that strait. That's all they're going to do. But all this little social media shit, not buying it, man. I smell bullshit is what I'm trying to say. Because again, there's the end game is global dominance. Global. One world government. That's the globalists' plan. That's the Soroses, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the fucking Bill Gateses, the you name it, all those assholes. The Zionists. The bankers. Those are the fucking bad guys. The bankers. That's the end game. They want like one word. So how do you do that? Well, you got to unify people. You got to get us all on the same page. Remember, put a boot in their ass? Remember that? We were all singing that shit. Iraq had nothing to do with it. Fuck it. Put a boot in their ass. I don't give a shit. Do they live over there in the desert? Bomb them. Glass them. So they can get us all riled up by escalating this whole shit with Iran. And I can't help but to think like they're in on it. Their leaders too. I'm sure their leaders would love to consolidate power. Wait, I can have a chair at the big round table, at the big boys, at the adult table in the one world government thing? Yeah, of course. If you play along. Oh yeah, fuck yeah, we'll play along. You want to bomb some of our places? Go right ahead. But we get to punch you back, right? Yeah, of course. Yeah, our citizens, we've sacrificed them on the regular. Satan actually requires it, that we do our blood sacrifices. So, I mean, we kind of have to. So, yeah, if you want to bomb some of our areas, then go right ahead. The main thing we need to do is scare them to fucking death constantly. And then they're a little bit easier to do what we tell them to and think how we tell them to think. Not to ask any questions, that we got this under control. You just got to shake them up and scare them really good. It just, you got to keep your eyes open. You got to keep your head on a swivel out there in the streets. It's tough out there. So until next time. Okay, loud horsing off tomorrow night. This show, I'm going to try to do on Thursdays. It got too late last night, so I did it tonight. But from now on, this show, just me, all alone here doing my thing, bumping my gums, ranting and raving, will be usually a Thursday night show. But loud horsing off tomorrow, you guys. If you tune in, I'll see you then. Then we got Everything Bears on Sunday. I'll see you then. But thank you guys so much for coming out. I'm going to go ahead and sign off. You guys be good. Be safe out there. Okay. God bless. Be good to everybody. Be good to each other out there. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, everybody. Thanks for coming out. Hit the like, all that good stuff. If you're new and you're watching, hit subscribe. But you guys be good. Peace.